Okay, welcome everybody. I'd like to thank everyone for showing up here tonight. This is an initiative that we've been working on for a few months. We've been working on this together with Seldat and with OMETS that has thankfully helped us get the word out and put the word out about the program. So I'm just going to give you a brief introduction for what we're going to be talking about this evening, and then we're going to go through all the steps. First of all, I'd like to say this is a new program, different from what we've been doing in TAV until now, and it's also different from what's being done in other colleges. It's quite unique in that we are partnering with industry to bring a program that upon completion you are guaranteed a job. So the way we see this program is, as when you are applying to the program, you are in fact applying for the position. You are applying for the job. We are assessing your suitability. This is a screening process. This is a process where we help you see if you are suited for the job that you're applying for, so that you're not wasting your time. We're giving you a 6-month training program. This is a program that is being done in conjunction with industry, in conjunction with Seldat, so that the program that you're given not only satisfies general requirements for a college program in computer science or in coding, but also is specifically addressing those needs of the company that you're applying to. So upon completion, you're ready and prepared to go right into the workforce. Now, I've been working in education for a long time. We've been running college programs, career programs, pre-university programs, and we've seen students that have come to TAV with the objective of either going right into the workforce or obtaining a foundation with which to then go on to university so that they can get a career. The career of computer science is an emerging field. It's growing. There's tremendous opportunity for those candidates that fit the profile of that type of a job. I'm not going to talk about the details of the coding profession. I'm going to let Seldat and the people that will be eventually hiring all of the students talk about the actual profession. But I will talk to you about the process of going through job training, and we see it on a day-to-day basis. We have a lot of young kids that come. They do 2 years in CEGEP to get a pre-university program, then go to university and do a 3-year computer science degree, and then start the process of trying to get their first job. What we have here is a unique opportunity, is that instead of doing 2 years of pre-university science program, then 3 years at science at university, and then, starting off at step 1, we are shortening this process. 6 months, focusing only and specifically on those skills that are necessary for the workforce. Obviously, there's going to be continued education, and that is something that TAV will be available as a partner to continue later on once you've finished this program. And if you want perfectionment or continued education, there will be options available for that as well. But the most important part is, and I would like everyone who looks at this who's applying to this program to see it as a 6-month training and then 2 more years of continued training in industry where you are actually getting paid for. So if you compare it to students who have gone to university and 5 years later are looking for their first job, in many ways you have a tremendous advantage.
Taking them on board to do the work and how they're performing, and to make them available to do the work that is needed for the Seldat. So from my belief, it is a great opportunity for people who are interested in a growing high demand area where they can actually get into some of the technologies that we do. And everything that TAV is training is not specific to Seldat. It is specific to industry. So what does that mean? You can work with us with a period of time as per the contracts that we have, and then once that is done, your skills and your capabilities and your knowledge is transferable to any other company. And I think that is a very great opportunity to do that, because when you get out of Seldat, you have experience, you have the knowledge, you have worked on projects, you have worked on with a global company, you have worked with the global teams that is located in many countries, and you've gone through the project management structures and everything that a global company does. That is an opportunity. You are not working for a small company, right? So before I go to that, let me just tell you a little bit about Seldat. What we do is we are basically a supply chain company. I'm going to take more than half an hour, I'm sorry, but I just tell you that earlier itself. We are a supply chain company. What is supply chain? Let me take 2 minutes. We had to do the production. For example, I had to produce a shirt. It gets produced in China or someplace, and it needs to come to me. From production all the way to the delivery to the customer. Every part of the supply chain, we deal with it. We participate. We have our own manufacturings. We have our own transportation. We have our own warehouses. We have our own trucks. We have our deliveries. We have our own business-to-business platforms. We have our business-to-consumer platforms, all those things. So at the end of the day, if you look at it, our mission is to empower business and consumers worldwide to find a way, buy and sell everything without the limitations of borders and logistics challenges. That is our mission. Our vision is to be a global leader in technology-driven supply chain solution. Right? Let me repeat that again. Our vision is to be a global leader in technology-driven supply chain solution. I'm sure you heard the word technology there, right? So technology is the biggest thing that drives our company, right? As you can see, Seldat leverages the technology ecosystem to build and to compete in the market. Let me ask this question to you. Why is Amazon so big? Can anybody tell me? It is technology driven, right? At this time in the world, if you need to be a leader in supply chain, you need to invest in technology. Without the technology, you are not going to be out there. And that's why in Seldat, the Seldat Technology Services is a very important division for Seldat. We are headquartered in South Plainfield in New Jersey, and we employ around 2,200 people in multiple US locations, as well as in Canada, China, Colombia, Ecuador, Israel, France, Panama, Peru, Vietnam, and now we are looking at other locations also. We are growing at a very tremendous rate, and you'll see that how it has been going on as we go forward. This is our leadership team. On the left, we have Daniel Dadun, who is the CEO of the company. He's the founder and the CEO of the company. Masal Shoram, she is located in Israel. She is the Senior Vice President of Global Business Development and M&A, because one of the way that we grow our company is through a lot of mergers. You know, we buy companies, we partnership in companies, you know, and we grow very fast. Of course, it's me. I'm responsible for the technology division. Joanne, she is a Senior Vice President globally for finance and accounting. And Aaron Hunt, he is the Senior Vice President for the operations of supply chain across the globe. This is our senior management team. A couple of them are located in Israel, a couple of them are located in the US and other places. Okay. All right, next one, please. So, we as a company, we focuses on three main areas: supply chain, technology services, and ancillary offerings. We talked about supply chain. We're going to go through little bit introducing the company so that you know what you work for and what you'll be joining as a team. Right? Let's go to the next one, please. So I know you can't see it because of the light a little bit, but let me try to explain this to you. In supply chain solution, we do everything from warehousing, from 3PL, e-commerce. We have a platinum, gold, silver package offerings. We do transportation management, customs brokerage, international freight forwarding, staffing. So if you need people in the warehouse to work on part-time and all those kind of things, we have around 6,000 or more than 6,000 part-time people that we employ in the US, just on a regular basis, giving the people to the warehouses to work on a hourly basis. Right? Can we go next? So we do a lot of e-commerce fulfillment. Right? So you know that e-commerce is one of the biggest things that we do. So we have our own warehouses. We have around 2.8 million square foot of warehouses just in the US. We have that in 4 warehouses We have a warehouse in Toronto, we have a warehouse in Vancouver, and this year we are going to expand in 14 more warehouses between US and Canada. So we are not doubling, we are almost tripling the number of warehouses and the warehouse space that we have. Our goal is by end of 2019 is to have more than 10 million square foot of warehouse spacing in US and Canada and in Israel. So it's a big growth plans that we do, and all these growth plans are actually moving forward very effectively. Let's go. I'm not going, no, I think you need to go. Go up. Accept, okay. Thank you.
Sorry.
So this is the technology services. I forgot the clicker, that's why, sorry. So in the technology services, one of the things that we focus on, and we'll drill down into this a little bit more in the next slides, is warehouse management. So what we do is that we develop all the technologies that is necessary for running a warehouse, right? Both hardware, software, and all the technology that goes with it. We do IT staffing. What is IT staffing? So if somebody need contractors and things like that and to work on projects, right? We do that. We do something called as nearshoring. I'm sure you all heard about outsourcing, which is if you need to have IT jobs, you move that IT jobs to Asian countries and they do the outsourcing there. We have a concept called as nearshoring, which is, as you know, the labor market in the US is very tight. I saw a report yesterday, I think today, saying that the unemployment is only 3.9% and it is coming down, right? What does that mean? It's tough to find people, and it's tough to find IT people in the US. So what we're doing now is that we're offering a concept called as nearshoring, where in our Montreal office, we offer the work to be moved into the Montreal office so that the people are in the same time zone or similar time zone. The distance for the clients back and forth is nothing big like talking to Asian countries or to Europe or to Eastern European countries, and it's been very successful for us. We have outsourced agile project design and development models, business process outsourcing, we do that, and we do product R&D, which is research and development of new products and softwares that we do. Supply chain management consulting, so we are experts in supply chain. Why are we expert in supply chain? Because that's our core business. And because it's our core business, the IT people knows what is supply chain. So what we do is that we go and work with other companies doing supply chain consulting work, and which is a core practice that we do. We talked about ancillary offerings. So there are two key things. One is supply chain, technology. This is some of our ancillaries. Some. There is more. So everything is not in here. One of the things that we do is cybersecurity. We have a division that is located and headed out of Israel, which is currently developing the state-of-the-art artificial intelligence and machine learning based cybersecurity for what do you call it? I forgot the term. It's to detect and detect and also to clear the viruses on at an enterprise level. We are also offering a cybersecurity services, and a part of that process is actually happening in Montreal, right here in Montreal. We are opening up a third office of our cybersecurity in Seattle in 2 months. So this is a very key important thing that we have that is going on right now. Technology clothing manufacturing. I said supply chain starts with production. So Seldat does production. We have our own production manufacturing of clothes and fashion in Vietnam and in Colombia. We have poultry, chickens. Yeah, we process the chickens, kosher chickens in Bulgaria, and we export that to many countries. We do a lot of B2B business into Latin America, and now from Latin America we are doing a lot of more business to Europe. All right? So we have our own plants where we do these kind of constructions. We not only do that, we do customization. So if you wanted to get a suit and you wanted that to be perfected to your size, you need to spend a lot of money. We are developing technologies and the processes, and we have studios, and we have designers, and we have a production team, all that does that kind of work for us. We have real estate. We have real estate business in Israel in a big way. We have a real estate business in the US, and we are now starting the real estate business in Vietnam and starting that also in Canada. So these are some of the things. we have much more than top of this. We have a security division, quite a few things, not cyber security, physical security, quite a few things that we do. But I want you to understand that Seldat is a huge organization with a very clear vision of having a technology-driven supply chain. So we do everything that is related to that, right? You may ask, how is cybersecurity related to supply chain? It is, of course, because if your supply chain is running on technology, you need to protect. And we find that as an entry point that is specialized in supporting those kind of supply chain companies as an entry point to get into the rest of the industries. So everything that we do is connected. Honor, please. You can go through that, we talked about it. So this is the textile one that we talked about a little bit. Next, and this is the real estate part. I think this is some of our offices that we have, and this list is not complete because we still have more offices that we are doing at this time, right? I'm going to ask one thing before I go to the next presentation. Anybody has any questions on what Seldat as a company is? Yes.
Still not clear what exactly the company is.
Okay.
Sounds like you do everything.
Everything we do in the supply chain area.
But you do IT, you do manufacturing.
We do IT, let me explain.
Construction.
We do IT that is related to supply chain. Every software, every hardware, every technology that we deliver is only based on only for supply chain only.
And cybersecurity also?
Cybersecurity focusing on the supply chain models, and then if it moves out, we'll expand that into other areas.
And real estate?
Real estate, we started with the apartments, but the real estate, our focus is our end vision, and this is going to happen in 2020, 2021, is to build Seldat City. What is Seldat City? And this is not a vision, it is something that is already started. Seldat, it is already started, and we are starting this already in Ecuador, working with the government there. So the Seldat City vision is that we will have our own manufacturing, we will have our own supply chains. In the same place, we will have apartments and places for people to live, schools, clinics, shopping centers, everything, all encompassed one ecosystem. That is the Seldat City. The model of that is already in place, and the model is already started working in it. So, sorry?
In Ecuador?
In Ecuador, we are already starting that process.
So it's a city that feeds the manufacturing?
It's a city that lives in everything in there. So you work in there, you get a job, you stay there, you have your school, you have your clinics, you have your shopping centers, everything that is there.
I have that here in Montreal.
I know. I'm not saying that we're trying to do something that is new. I don't want to be, it's not a new concept, it is a concept that is there already, right? What we're trying to do is that we find an opportunity, because we already have real estate business, we already have supply chain experience, and we find a way that we can connect those things together. That's what we're trying to do. And for us, everything is based on the technology on that.
So are you trying to be like another Amazon?
So what I'm going to tell you next is what my CEO tells us every day. If you go for an interview with him, he will say, I know, and it may sound like a joke, but this is what he says. One day, either Amazon will buy me or I will buy Amazon. Okay? Now you can think about Daniel Dadun's vision and his passion and his energy. Right? And this is a statement I'm sure many of the people in my team and everywhere in the company has heard it many and many times from him. Right? We are a very aggressive company. Everything that we do, for example, I told you we have poultry. Right? Why do we do that? It's part of production. Right? We are doing that. We are doing the supply. We are starting from the end point to the other end point to the consumer. Because we are doing that, what happens is that the company is able to get a pie of every piece of the supply chain and get the revenues, and also to support the process. And the biggest challenge, if you look at any of the big supply chain companies, the biggest challenge is that it is not manufacturing something or trying to sell something, but the challenge is to manufacture something and get to the end customer on a real time, as soon as possible, accurately. And that's the complex supply chain that we are in. So for us, what we wanted to do is that rather than just focusing on, we just want to do warehousing, or we just want to do freight forwarding, that is not going to satisfy our customer, because we only control one leg of the supply chain. Instead of that, what we're doing is that we're controlling all the parts of the supply chain so that we can give our customers the best results that is needed. That's what we're doing. Any other questions before I go to the next slide? Yes. Sorry? Many of them. Companies like Kawasaki, 99 cents, America, many type of. Sorry?
America life insurance?
No. America is a clothing, textile, retails. There's quite a few of them. There's around 60, 70 customers. And I'll show you a list of customers when I go through my next presentation. You'll see that. Anything else? Because I don't know all the customer names across the globe, but I do have some of them I can show you. All right, let's go to the next one. Can you go first, please? First slide, please. First one, title slide. Thank you. So this is about Seldat Technology Services. This is my division, right? I had my division of this. It's very important to point out the reason I asked you to go to the first slide, because if you're part of this training and if you come to work for Seldat, I would like you to understand that it's a very big mission statement that we have. We build innovative solutions and we believe in shared growth. Shared growth with our customers, shared growth with our employees, and making sure that the 360 that is around us is all the time believing in that everybody has to grow together. That is the vision of Seldat, one of the core visions of Seldat Technology Services. A statement that my team will always say, we are one global IT team.
What's
IT? Information technology. Right? So we are one information technology team across the globe. And it is very important for me and for my team. Okay? Before I do that, can I ask my team to be here for a second? Because I brought my team, and I wanted to introduce my team for a second. Jax, Serge? Where's Serge? Okay. It's going to take 1 minute. So this meeting is so important for us. I brought some of my top management teams here to be here. Let me introduce a couple of them. Serge, he is the head of IT in Montreal. He's got a team that works here, and I'm sure if you join with us, you're going to be working with him, right? I have Christopher Lee. He works out of the South Plain corporate office. He is the head of project management for the company. I have John Noel. He works out of the Montreal office. He is a product manager, IT product manager for the supply chain solutions that we built. I have Tuan Nguyen. He is the head of IT operations out of Vietnam. So he's here to make sure that you can see our team, right? And Jax, he works out of the Montreal team, and he's responsible for the HR and the recruitment for Seldat IT in Montreal. And I have Daniel Foto. He is the VP and the head of R&D or IT in Israel. So this is my management team, my top management team, and I have a lot more other managers that works under them that is there. So I'm really happy that they are here and they are in the back. So if you, after the meeting, if you wanted to know more about what we do, you're more than welcome to ask questions, and then you will know about it, right? Thank you very much, guys. Oh, you want a picture? Okay, sorry. Oh, sorry. I forgot to. Yeah. Okay. I forgot to introduce Orna. I'm sorry, because she was there. She is the head of global trainings for Seldat, which means that she organizes these type of trainings globally, takes care of onboarding the people and making sure that they're integrated well into the teams that is there. She comes out of Israel. That's where she's located out of. So you have a good team of people who has traveled here specifically for this event to be here to make sure that you can meet and you can ask the questions, which I believe is very important so that you know who you're working with, rather than me and Serge being here. So thank you. All right, I'm going to take 10-15 minutes quickly. Can we go through the next slide, please? Next slide, please. Next, please. Next, please. So if you join Seldat Technology Services, all right, this is our vision. We are a partner. IT, our information technology team, is a partner of business and our customers. We are an enabler, doing agile and through technology propelling Seldat to worldwide IT innovative solution company. That's what we do. We support Seldat to be an innovative technology-driven supply chain company. That's what we do. So this is what we believe in. We believe that we are a key enabler. We believe that we are a partner to our business and our customers because we support our Seldat also. Right? Next, please. Thank you. We're currently in 5 countries. I'm working on the 6th country in Ireland right now. So probably if you ask me after 2 months, I will say we are in 6 countries. This I'm only talking about IT. I'm not talking about Seldat other divisions, only about IT. We are around 350 IT employees. By end of this year, we are going to be close to 500 IT employees. Okay, so you'll be part of that 500, I'm sure, right? We focus on Seldat operations. So one of our biggest customers is Seldat, because Seldat does a lot of businesses and we have to make sure that we run their technologies and we support their systems and their operations because they do a lot of things. So they are a big customer of ours. We have training. We do training centers. We have back office. What is back office? What that means is that a lot of companies, they have a lot of paperwork and they spend a lot of money trying to get the paperwork entered into the computers and into the systems. So what we do is that we take that work, we take that up to Vietnam. We have a whole team that sits there and does this data, processes data, and give it back to the customers in the formats they need. It is a big operation that we do. We do services. So we provide IT services mainly in the case of software development and the support that we do. R&D and products, so research and development of products, which is we do software development based on specific customer requirements. We do hardware developments based on specific requirements. For example, if somebody comes and tells, I'm just going to say it as an example, I want you to create an application for a phone. I don't know how to do it. This is my idea. This is my concept. Can you help me? So what we do is that we take it from idea to from that idea and the concept to actually creating that application, and if we can help them with marketing, all those kind of things, So we take those kind of things not just from a mobile application, but also in many other ways. Am I speaking too fast? Okay, all right, continue. So I just this is not updated for 2018, but I just wanted to show, I know I told you 350 people, we're going to be 500 and all that, right? I'm going to show you a time slot of what we had 15 and where we are. So in 2015, we had close to around 80 people in 2 countries, and we had, 2 countries, and we had like 8 small applications. That's all we had. Can you hit the next button? In 2016, we are still in 2 countries, 140, and this is the number of list of applications and the softwares that we built. Right? So that is in 1 year. Next, please. And that's the number in 2017. Impressive, right? That is the number of products and applications that we have built every month. And just in 2018, I can say at least we have added 6 to 8 of them on top of that. Right? And as you can see, the growth that is happening from 2, we went to number of countries, we are expanding it, and we keep expanding that. So you are going to join a growing IT company that is very passionate in what we do. We are very passionate in producing products and solutions for the supply chain market, right? Please. So, why is IT so important for Seldat? Why is our CEO, who is a visionary, who insists on spending more money and hiring more IT people? More than 10% of our workforce is IT. If you ask any supply chain companies, they usually have 1 to 2 to 2.5% of their workforce is IT. But we are 10%. Because we believe that when we go across the supply chain channels of manufacturing to transportation, warehousing, distribution, to B2B and to B2C, if we need to provide the service, we need the foundation. And IT is the foundation and the integrator between all these solutions. So for us, Seldat to be successful, it is key that we focus on the foundation, which is the IT. That is why we are expanding, that is why we are hiring, and every day we are hiring. I can tell you every week, at least I am hiring 3 to 5 people globally. That is our hiring rate that is going on in IT. And I'm sure all my head of my IT operations in every country can vouch for that. Please continue. Please. Please, one more. One more, please. Thank you. I think you need to hit one more. That's good. That's good. Thank you. Sorry. What is our value proposition? Why do you building products is good. Being innovative is good. Having ideas and the visions is great. But how do you position yourself? What is the value that you're bringing into the market, right? Which is very key. Why do you differ, or how do you differentiate yourself outside of the other people, right? So, number one, our IT products focuses on supply chain. That's number one. And we being a supply chain company, we know supply chain better than anybody else. So, any products that we build for the supply chain market, we're good at it. Because this is what we do. Because you use it, we run it in our own backyard, in our own warehouses, in our own transportations, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, we fix it. We refine it, we define it well, and we reprocess it differently and make sure it is perfect. So it is so important that's one of our key value propositions. The other one is that we have a unique portfolio of products and services that addresses the client's challenges today. Our global and local IT capabilities to serve our clients wherever they are. So why do we have the IT in many countries? If you look at the globe, Montreal on the East Coast, we have one. We have something in California, a small team there. We have teams in New Jersey, and then we have teams in Europe and in Israel and then Asia, right? It kind of covers the globe for us. So for us, we are able to support our customers, both in local customers and also global customers who's got the outreach, who wants to do business across the globe. So we provide that value, right? We bring in a lot of skills and expertise in multiple technologies and platforms that is ready to deliver value. So somebody asked me who are our customers, and you'll see the list. The biggest difference they see in us is that we are not a software company that is just selling a software. We consider ourselves as solution architects. We consider ourselves as partners in business. We make sure that there's an ROI, that is return of investment, that is happening for every solution that they buy from us, right? So this is some of the key things that we do. Why now? Why do we need to focus on IT right now? I'm sure you know that everything is driven by technology. But the clients' businesses are looking for creating new products and services. They need help in shaping the new digital industries. Everybody wants to, like for example, if you have a small shop owner, and if I need to get business, what do I need to do? I need to put my products on Amazon. I need to put it on Shopify. I need to put it on eBay, right? And if I had to do that, I need somebody to help me with it. I need somebody who knows the technologies and the processes to do that, right? So it's a time for us to do. Clients are looking for partners that can leverage solutions that can launch any products faster, more effectively and seamlessly, and integrate them into the business. They're looking for partners, and that's the business model that we run on. Not as somebody take the software and walk away. We work as a partnership model. Clients are looking for business partners that can set right path and accompany their organization in every step of their transformation at an affordable cost. And I said affordable cost. We talked about having IT in multiple countries, right? One, to support the customer locally and globally. Because we are located globally in multiple countries, we can be very cost effective. Because you know this, somebody in New York costs more than Montreal. Somebody in Israel costs more than Montreal. And somebody in Vietnam costs a lot cheaper than any other countries, right? I shouldn't say any other countries, sorry. But cheaper than other countries that we have. So what we do is that because we used a mixed resources for IT, for projects, we are able to deliver a very cost-effective business model to our customers. So they find that our rates and our software costs, all those things are very affordable, and we are able to attract a lot more customers to do that. Continue, please, Donna. Thank you. I can see that part. Oh my God. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
No, it's okay.
And I will change it in a second.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. The picture is supposed to show you from a Seldat perspective what are the different areas that we are supposed to do working on. So this is basically on the finance area. This is a Shorify, which is our near-shoring part. This is our supply chain. Celtex is a product that we do mainly in the retail industry. And then we have our training and we have our cybersecurity. And we have a lot of areas that we leverage for it. Can we go to the next slide? One more. So somebody asked me, who is our customers? That's some of the examples of our customers. Right? You'll see big names, small names, and you'll see some of them. Right?
These customers, like,
Sorry?
they're supply chain customers?
They are supply chain and IT customers. Both. Sorry? So if you like take Kodak, right? This is a customer for us in Israel. And Land Rover, these are customers that we have in Germany through this company that we have. Kodak again, because Kodak has got multiple divisions. Biosense, Immunity, some of these are Israeli customers that we're doing the work for them, right? So some of them are IT and some of them are supply chain customers also.
They also work for traditional multinational supply chain?
No, because Kodak is, so IT provides support for any other company that needs as part of our professional services. So if somebody comes and says, I need something to be developed, can you help us with us? We work on that. Because IT supports supply chain and we also have our own revenue models because I need to pay all my team. Right? So this is a list of it. Can you continue next? I'm sure you can recognize some of them like Audi, NEC, Siemens, GE, AT&T, Microsoft, ABB. These are all IT customers. Right? We've either done projects with them, we have done services with them, and we're developing new softwares for them to help them with it. And this is not a complete list. This is just a sampling of it. Right? Now, we talked about when you come to work for Seldat Technology Services, what are you going to do? Most probably, right? This is not a full list. Again, it's a partial list of the different products that we have developed and that we are selling, right? So this is our purchase order management system, which is supply chain for PO management, so manage the suppliers. I'm not going to go through everything. Seldat HRS, which is for HR recruitment systems that we have. We have our WMS, which is our warehouse management system. Price tag, which is for managing the price. WMS 360 is our one of our key products that we sell. SBS platform for the back office data entry processing. Lead Foresight for customer relationship management and lead generation. Seldat Direct is our B2B platform. Seldat MDM is our master data management system. Customized SEC is our application that is used for clothing business that I told you about earlier, where you take the measurements and then you do stitch the things that is necessary. Our EDI gateway, our transportation management system. Our MGM Bosco is one of our major WMS customer. We have a customer portal, OLI, which is our online, what does OLI stands for? I can never remember it. It's online, come on, order line item, which is for doing the orders by mobile applications and everything. Truck for Less, which is a brand new program that we are launching in Israel in our test market and also in New York in Brooklyn, which is going to be Uber for trucks. Okay, so we have a vacation management system, we have our document management system, HDS, which is our home delivery system, which manages the home delivery. So when Sears or JCPenney has things that needs to be delivered to products, and how do you manage the different versions of the product? PLM, production line management. That is, how do you manage the production through a production line? How does it start? When does it start? How does the order gets processed? When will the order will get delivered? When it can be shipped? Managing that whole process. This is Seldat WAP is our warehouse automation platform, which is we have a lot of hardware. We have robots and things like that is used in our warehouses. It's all built by us from scratch, and that's a platform that manages it. Celtex. Under Celtex, we have 6 products. So that's like the core name. And that is, as you can see, Seldat Textile. It is a product that supports everything that is necessary in the textile industry, from design to delivery to measurement, in the retail, all the areas. I still have another probably 10, 15 of them that I can put in there, but I have not updated it. But this kind of gives you a taste of what we work on and what are the different products that we do. You saw our customers, what is our core business that we do, right? Let me try to excite you a little bit more. So I told you about, I'm going to, hold on. This is a warehouse robot that is used in the warehouse. I'm sure you've seen these kind of things, which comes and picks up the pallets and puts it in the racks and everything, right? My team builds it from scratch. We don't buy it from outside, because if we need to be doing 10 million square foot in 2019 warehousing with fully automated RFID technology and with robots, we build it ourselves. We're building it from scratch. Okay, so I have a huge hardware team that does these things. So this is the level of skills that we have. Please, next. I don't know if you can recognize this. This is a mannequin. You know what is a mannequin? You know, you try your dress, right? It's a mannequin. It's a robotic mannequin. Why is it a robotic mannequin? Because for us to do the customization of the cloth, you come to our store, you take the measurement. We take your measurement, send it to our MTM, which is our made-to-measure platform. It changes the size of the design to your size, and then in our production factory, we do the customization stitching, and then they feed that measurement into this robot, which will change the size of the body to your exact measurement. We put our clothes on top of it, and you get back something that fits you, right? Built from scratch, and I'm very proud of it. This is what we do. Let's continue next. This is forklift RFID. You know what is RFID? The tags that you think that you use. Forklifts with RFID readers that has been built for a warehouse to do the pickups and to recognize what is being done, right? We do that. This is all our products from scratch. Next, please. There's another interesting thing. So you can now see the different areas and the versions that the technologies that we work in. This is a body wear. It has got the top and also the bottom that you can wear. You press a button, you turn on your app on the mobile device, it takes your measurement and sends it to us, and then you know what is your size all around. And you can go and buy something online which is your right size. This whole technology, right from all these measurement points, integrating that with the app, sending to our made-to-measure this thing, all done from scratch by Seldat technology team. Let's move on. Take a look at this. This is what we call it as, this is not yet in production, this is one of the things that we're working on, which is one of our innovative solutions. We call it as magic mirror. The idea is that it is an LCD TV kind of a thing. I'm sure you've seen this, but this is much more nicer. You stand in front of it, it takes your full body measurement. It takes your measurement, not just your image. It takes your measurement, it takes your face recognition. You can stand in front of it, you can choose the clothes that you want, and it will take the clothes, change it, puts on you. It does a 360 for you without even turning, and it shows you how the cloth, 3D model of the cloth fits on you. And you can make the choice, you can buy it, and you're done. Our technology. This is our body measurement technology. We have body scanners that you stand in for a minute, for 3 seconds. It goes around, takes your full body measurement, and it takes the measurement and it sends it to our backend system so that we know exactly what is your body measurements, and we can use that for a customized custom. Why am I showing you these things? I just wanted to let you know that you are not going to be working in a technology company that is status quo. You're going to be working in a company that is innovative, has the vision, and want to be a leader in technology. And that's what we are. I think you need to press. That's my team. Thank you. Any questions for me? It's okay. It's okay. We are in the back, and you can always come and ask me questions. And my team.
What does Seldat stand for? Where did it come from?
I'm glad you asked that question. It is the first initials of Daniel, his wife, and his 4 children. Okay, that's where it comes from. I'm glad you asked because many people always ask that question and they're like, how is that? Because Seldat sounds like sell that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's not that from that. It's not what it is. Actually, it is initials from his family. Thank you for being attentive and thank you for being here because it's very important that you show that your interest, and we are here to help you. We are here to change your future. We are here to give you an opportunity and change your career. So work with us, and I think it's a great opportunity to work with the team and with the TAV and OMETS to move this forward. Yes.
Quick question. What kind of starting salary are we looking at? That was a serious question.
I know. So I'd rather not speak about it openly, if you don't mind. Okay? I know it's a question that is in everybody's mind. It depends on a couple of things, right? Number one, you need to come through the course, right? And we have certain criteria that has been set forward. I'm sure Orna and team has got that the numbers that is already been put in there. What's the percentage that you should get and what you should be, and it also looks at some of the backgrounds that you come from, right? And how fast you can get integrated into the teams. And I can tell you, when you come out, and I'm not trying to minimize this thing. 6 months training is it's like a boot camp. You know, you train and you get to go through the stuff. The first 2 months you'll be going through a lot of training programs and everything, right? We'll have mentors that is working with you and all that. So we believe we are doing this in Israel, and we have a business model that works. And I'm sure that it is something that is going to be going to meet the market values and the market needs of the location that we have.
So this course is only if we commit to work to sell that afterwards?
So if you take this course, because Seldat is working with the TAV, and there is some investments from our part also, and what we're looking to see is that we want you to work with us as a commitment, because we are making a commitment to you, which is basically we are committing to you that for a period of time you're going to have a job and we are going to pay your salary 100%, right? And we are also having some investments initially with the TAV and everything, right? So yes.
How long is that commitment?
Which one?
That we have to work to sell that. For how
So
long?
our commitment right now that we're looking at is at least a 1 year commitment that we're looking at. Right? And what we want to do, and the process that what we want to do is that you'll start at a salary after 1 year. We wanted to review because everybody is different, right? Some people will go fast, some people are slow, and it's not your knowledge that you learned in the training is the same, but how you improve through the process is completely different, right? So after 1 year, your level and your value as an IT, because in IT everything works on value. Right? Your skills, how you perform, how you move forward, right? Somebody with a 1 year experience can make probably $100,000, and somebody with 20 years of experience can make $80,000. It's all about the skill, it's the knowledge and the experience that you bring into this thing, right? So our plan is that we do a 1 year, and at the end of the 1 year, we'll do another review so that you can get into a regular process of what the market looks like.
Where are the qualified students will work?
So they will work all in Montreal. So I'm glad you asked. Currently, our office is in 1435 Saint Alexandre. Yeah. Okay, I got the address right. We just took almost close to 6,000 square foot in 8,000 Decari Boulevard.
Yeah.
And they finished the carpeting, they finished the paintings, and we are moving in end of June. We're just waiting for the furnitures. So that's where you're going to be all working.
8,000 Decari.
8,000 Decari on the third floor.
When the program starts?
The program is starting in
8th of October.
Why so late?
because summer and September holidays.
And the holidays, as the holidays.
And the reason why we wanted to do is that we've been trying to figure out what's the right time to do, because we wanted to start earlier. Then we said during summer people take off, and we didn't want that kind of a break. And after summer, then you have the September holidays, that you have. So we said, instead of doing breaks, it's better to have a time where you really can put full dedicated time of lectures and the training. That's the reason why we pushed it out.
If we can keep these questions to the end,
yeah.
and we'll speak about it later.
Yeah, that'll be good,
In the
yes.
end, if you will have more questions, we will answer. If you have technically a question for Chaco,
Me,
but
yeah. I'm a technical guy, sorry.
technical.
All right, anything else for me?
Where does everything we're just showing tie into the coding and programming part?
Ask me that again one more time.
Everything that you just, the whole presentation, where does that tie into the coding and programming part?
So every product that you saw is all developed by us from scratch. Seldat only buys one thing from outside, which is the accounting software, which we don't build ourselves. Everything else, we do it ourselves. So all my programmers are building, they do multiple things. They do the product development, which is developing products because we have ideas and concepts that the market needs. We develop those products. The next thing that we do is that we sell those products to Seldat and to other customers. And when we sell the products, we do customization and we do implementation, right? And then sometimes we offer professional services and the maintenance that goes on. So this is where the pieces that comes in. Now we use so many different technologies to do the coding. We use PHP, .NET, Java, Angular, C++, depending on what are the different areas that we wanted to use, we use all this technology. For example, if you talk to the hardware people, they use the different technologies to do that, embedded and all those kind of things. So everything that we do is coding and
So the
programming.
course would be focused on any code specifically?
Yes, the course will be Seldat. I would say close to around 70% of our technology base is based on PHP. So the program will be focused on PHP area. Yes. Anything else? Thank you. Sorry I took such a long time. I hope it was informative. Thank you very much. Oh, I need to do this.
I think we had a good. I think you have a good overview of what the job is and what the company is. Now I just would like to talk to you about the process at TAV College and how it's going to work. Now, TAV College is it's a private college. It's a private CEGEP. We're accredited by the Ministry of Education, so the program that you're getting is a government-accredited program. You will get a government-accredited attestation. It's an attestation of collegial studies. You will, at the end of the program, you will get a transcript with a certificate of the program that you're registered for, as well as an additional certificate for specific courses related to Seldat. What we are doing with this initiative is that we are overlaying all of the requirements that Seldat has and the specific objectives that they have on an AEC that already exists. And the reason that we're doing this is that this way we're able to bring you the program in a way that there is government funding. Now there's government funding coming in two forms. One is the funding of the program itself, and the other is the financial aid that you're able to receive as a student. So when you apply to TAV, you'll be applying to a attestation of collegial studies, and I'll tell you in a moment what the process is to register for that program. You will be admitted as a college student, you will be registered for those courses, you will be receiving the content that is part of that attestation with the enriched content that is an additional requirement to satisfy the needs of the industry. Now, the application process is that if you are interested in the program, you need to apply to TAV so that we can see if you are an admissible student. Now, to be an admissible student to a college program in Quebec, all you really need is to be a resident of Quebec. That means a Quebec resident. You do not have to be a citizen. You could be a landed immigrant. So first of all, you need to be a Quebec resident. You have to have a high school diploma or equivalent. All right. So those of you that don't have a typical high school diploma or have a high school diploma from a yeshiva type school, we will work with you to show you how to make that into an equivalency. So you need to have Quebec residency and high school diploma. And you will have to bring in additional documents. So the first process, you go to online. You're going to go to www.tav.ca. There's an apply online button, and you're going to do the online application. Once you do the online application, someone's going to call you and ask you to come, bring in your documents, because we don't have to chase everyone for documents later on. You'll bring in your documents, and you will be scheduled for an appointment, and Orna's going to talk about what's going to take place with that appointment, where there will be the interview with Seldat and some screening process that they want to make sure that you are a suitable candidate for the job and the job is suitable for you. Once that is done, and again Orna will elaborate on that, you're going to be called in sometime after June 15th. An admission interview is going to be scheduled, and then successful candidates are going to be contacted by TAV within 1 week of their interview. You'll complete the registration with Seldat, and we will then put you on the list for the training, which is going to start in October. Now, what can happen? What can happen is that you will be screened, you will go through the regular screening process, and Seldat may determine that they don't feel that you are a suitable candidate for the position. It is possible. And in that case, we will let you know, and Seldat will not agree to pay your tuition. That means we may still admit you into the program, but the way the program works is that there is a tuition that students need to pay. The tuition is $1,400 a year. This is besides the TAV we are paying part of the tuition, and Seldat is paying part of the tuition. In order to get the Seldat part of the tuition paid, the $1,400, you need to pass through the interview. You need to be accepted as part of the Seldat cohort. If you are accepted as part of the Seldat cohort, then there is a commitment on your part to go work at Seldat, and a commitment on Seldat's part to then employ you when you finish the program, if you satisfy all of the other conditions throughout the program, and the $1,400 will be paid by Seldat. Now, if Seldat does not accept you as part of their employment cohort, you may still be able to participate in the training program. It may still be possible for you to participate, but then the $1,400 tuition is one that you need to pay, and you need to understand that you're getting a training program, one that is not Seldat specific, although it was geared to Seldat, but skills that are transportable across any companies in IT, but you are not guaranteed the employment. So if that is specifically why you want to join this group, you need to take that into consideration. Now, once you've completed, and I think Orna will talk about that, if you didn't pass through the original screening, but then throughout the program you've proven yourself and you've shown that you are an exceptional candidate, obviously I'm sure that you will have the ability to represent your credentials, and then it could be reevaluated. Or you may not even want to. You may have other opportunities that you may want to look into. So we want you to understand there's two possibilities. Either you're in the Seldat cohort and Seldat's paying your tuition. You're not in the Seldat cohort, you need to pay the full tuition. All right? So there is also a third category of candidates, someone who's inadmissible. We have our own admission tests. If you cannot pass our basic admission tests, then it is a possibility that we will say that you are not suitable for this. Now, the reason that we're being as selective in this is that we want to make sure that there is a good flow of information in the class. If we feel a student is just so far behind that they're going to hold back the whole class from progressing, we will not admit them into this cohort. This is different from other TAV programs that we've run. Many times the computer programs that we've run have been at night, they've been part-time, the pace was a little bit slower. This program is going to have a much more intense pace. We're talking about 30 hours a week, 25 to 30 hours a week, with the understanding that there's going to be a lot of homework and a lot of work that you're going to need to do on your own. Seldat is going to talk to you about some of the commitments that they expect from you, at least 80% attendance. Students whose attendance drops below that, then you will not be satisfying Seldat's requirements. So we want to make sure that the type of student that we're admitting in this program understands what they're getting into, does not slow down the class, and allows for a great flow so that everybody is able to move forward. Now, the other advantage of doing this as a college program, is that as an applicant, you have access to financial aid. Now, I look across the room and I see some of you have been TAV students in the past, so you might be aware. Financial aid is something that's given by the Ministry of Education. The amount that you receive is a function of your individual situation. So what's taken into account is your financial situation, your spouse's financial situation, and the number of children that you have. Now, there are so many different permutations and combinations of how much income you may have and your spouse may have and the number of children you may have. I can't put out every single scenario. We're going to hand out this paper at the end. There's a website where you can run through a simulator. You put in your income, your spouse's income, and the number of children that you have, the length of the program, and it'll tell you exactly how much you're going to get. But what I produced here is just a one-sheet snapshot, so that you have an idea, a general idea. Now, some of you, I'm going to caution, who've been students at the college level for a very long time and have received financial aid, need to understand that there's a limit. It's about 34 months. 42 months is the maximum number of months that you can receive financial aid at the college level. Obviously, this program is considerably shorter than 42 months, but 42 months is the maximum amount of time you can receive financial aid. So anybody who's been through the system and maybe has taken multiple programs and has received the full 42 months in financial aid will not be able to access this financial aid. If you've never applied for financial aid, then there's no problem. And just to give you a general idea, we put in here on this chart 1 child, 2 child, 3 children, 4 children, and students' income, and I kept the spouse's income at a constant of 23,000 or less. So if the spouse's income is 23,000 or less, and your income is 10,000, for example, and you have 3 children, you would get a loan of $2,280 and a bursary of $15,000. Okay, so the scenarios range, right? It goes. What did I got? 4 kids. Yeah, what is that? Yeah, it goes as high as 19. I can't read. Is that 18 or not? Or actually, I could look here. Yeah, it's 19,175. Yeah, it goes as high as 1,100. Actually, it goes higher if you have more children, but we cut it off here. So again, that's if your income is 10,000. Now, one more thing I'll tell you about income. The income is viewed in terms of the income that you've earned in 2008. You will be registering for the 2018-2019 academic year. As a student registered in the 2018-2019 academic year, the only income that they're going to be considering is the student's income in 2018 and the spouse's income in 2017. So we'll be looking at what you've earned in 2018. And this is important. I'll tell you why this is important, because we are doing this calculation on the assumption that the program is 10 months. We've extended the program to 10 months so that you can receive the maximum amount of financial aid. So what we've done is we've created a program that's going to be 6 months of training, and then we've taken 4 more months, which we put down as stage. Now, that stage is work placement. The time that you spend at Seldat, or for those of you that choose not to work at Seldat because either you didn't end up in the cohort or maybe you just feel that you have better opportunities, you can find yourself your own stage. Those last 3.5 months, but you get the bursary for the full 4 months, are part of a part of the period where you are considered a full-time student, even if you are getting an income. Now, that income is going to be received, I'll answer in a moment, that income is going to be received in the 2019 year. So it will not be considered, right? That income will not be taken into account to determine how much you will be awarded in financial aid. So the financial aid award that you will receive for the 18-19 academic year only will take into account your income in 2018. So the stage will be occurring in 19. Okay? Was there a question in the back? Yes? So what I'm going to do is actually... What? Okay, so I'll talk about the first year. You know what? We're going to give out this form, okay? Somebody's going to give out this form. Now, this exemption for the student, all right, is in your first year. If you received financial aid last year, then this changes. This formula changes. I'm going on the assumption that we're dealing with new students who did not receive financial aid. This exemption of $10,000 is for your first year of studies. If you choose to continue studying next year in another program, that exemption doesn't exist. But this is meant for general information purposes. If you want specific, you can go onto the website, or you can come to TAV. We have a financial aid officer, and we'll be able to give you more more custom specific information. But generally speaking, if you have a high income, if your income is 50, 60, 70,000, I'm not sure if you're necessarily here, but if you're at a very high level of income, then you're going to get less financial aid. The lower income and the larger family will result in higher financial aid. It doesn't go too much higher than this. It goes, $20,000. But in any case, you just need to remember that there's a $2,280 loan. That is an amount that you must repay when you finish studying. It's income-free throughout the period of study, and the remaining part is a bursary.
It's our commit that we do to you, and then we want your commit for us. And for that, we will test. If we will do some tests. First of all, it will be a personal interview with our HR people that will get to know you and to ask you a few questions to see if you suit, and it will give you more information about Seldat, and to see that we make the same thinking together, that you can go into this program. And then you will have about an hour and a half two tests online on the computer, on a program that will find out your personality things, if you suit to be a developers, and your skills for developers, like logic thinking, math thinking, and things like that. It doesn't mean anything about anyone if you don't pass it, or you don't. If in the end the results won't suit our program, it doesn't mean that you can't go into it. It's also sometimes, as Eli said, we can make mistakes. And we miss somebody on the way because he had a bad day in the morning of the day of the camp to the interview. Something go wrong on the things, and we miss him. On the other side, we can take somebody that through the program he can see that it doesn't suit him, or we will decide it doesn't suit us. It doesn't mean that anyone that doesn't fit into this thing is not good for other things, or for other companies, or for anything else. So that's why we will open. In the end, we'll see how many people in the course. We're going to have about 25 people, and if some of them will be in the end will say, I believe in myself, I want to be in this program. Even that Seldat say it's not, if you have enough place in the classroom, we'll take you into this program. In the end, if you will see that it's you approve yourself and you was right and we were wrong, so you will get the offer to be a Seldat employee, and you will get back the money that you put into your course from Seldat if you will be a Seldat employee. as Eli said before, the course, everybody will usually when you go on a program like that have to pay $1,400 for this program. What we're doing from Seldat, we are going to pay in the end this $1,400 for you. We'll do it in two steps because the course is going to separate in two parts. The first part will start, as we said, in the beginning of October, and it will be for more or less 3 months. On January, if you will pass the first session and you will be very good and you'll pass it, you'll be 80%. What's the word? Attended, and get you'll do all your duties during the course, and you'll get on the test average of 80%. So you will see that you like it, and you want to carry on to the second part. You will go to there's a second. Each part of that, it's about $700 more or less. At the end, we'll do you will give on the first time you'll give deposit for the program for $700. After the first part, you will get back the $700 from Seldat, and you have to give back another deposit for the second part. After you finish the second part, you'll get back the $700 back. During this time, in case you want to leave the program, in the end, if you decide that you don't want to be Seldat employees, you open your eyes, you get a better offer somewhere else, so you have to give back Seldat the $1,400. If Seldat will decide that you finish the program, but you're not suited for us to be a Seldat employee, you don't have to pay back the money to Seldat. That's clear? So that's the process we're going to do. It will take from now, as we said, after we finish here today, you will go to the TAV website, you'll sign in. In the middle of June, we'll start to call you from Seldat for the interview and the test. I'll show you 2 slides just now about the test that you'll see. It's nothing. It's logic things mainly. It's nothing to be scared of. It will take about an hour and a half to do it, and it's everybody can pass it. And but we want the major people in the course to finish the process, and we'll close the course by the middle of July. Then TAV can take all the information, go to the government, get back the I don't know what it said, the permission that everybody can go into the course, and the syllabus is okay and everything, and then we can go into our program on the 8th of October after we finish all of our holidays, and we start working hard. For me, no one is doing that. We have 2 tests, as I say. One is skill test and one is personality test. It's a little bit what is the skill tests find out if you can be programmers in the end, if your skills is good enough for that. And the personality test is to find out if you can work in a team. As Chaco said, the Seldat Technology Services team are working worldwide together, and in every country that we have, the team is working together. It's always a teamwork. We want to see that people can work with a team, that can get orders, they got everything that we need. The personal skill, or not skill, the personality of things that we need to be working in IT. So that's the 2 things that we are testing. Thank you. This is an example for one of the question in the test. Is you have to see how many lines are equal in the two sides. And you have to find out, it's checking the time that you're thinking, if you're giving the right answer. And another one is similar to that. It's what is the number that should be in the end where the question remark, and then 1, 3, 5. Let's see who has that. 2, 4, 6, 5, 7, and what will we put in there? 3. Very good. So until now, is it clear? Do you have any questions about the process, how it's going to be? Anything that is still not we didn't give the answers until now?